I have a web store now too, over at romplicone.com.
Nice.
I haven't. Yeah, I still got to make sure everything's copacetic and like test it out officially, which means my wife is going to order a T-shirt. We're gonna make sure it works.
Yes.
But yeah, romplicone.com got the web store too.
Oh,
It's just
go for it.
because there's that year's worth of T-shirts that never saw the road. There's all 2020 T-shirts. They're still just hanging out in that garage where I got my haircut today because they didn't they never got on the road.
So while you're getting your haircut, you're like, oh wow, those boxes of shirts. Maybe I should do something with those.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were making small talk, and he goes, "Yeah, man, what a year." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a few things that didn't happen at all."
Yeah, like those 5 boxes over there.
All those T-shirts, yeah, they shouldn't be here anymore. They should all have happy homes in other parts of the country.
I was watching this documentary series, Last Chance U on Netflix, and they have a basketball one. And here comes a spoiler alert. So if you're going to watch it, spoiler alert, big spoiler alert coming. Anyway, it's this doc series and they're getting ready. You followed them all season, and these guys are in junior college, and this is their last chance to get a Division I scholarship. And they've had tough childhoods and crime and bad grades, and parents getting sick or whatever. And so they're like, that's what junior college is. It's like your last chance,
Right. Yeah.
And they're going to go to like the finals, and you see, it's a spoiler, but it like, if you're paying attention to what's happening, because it's the 2020 season and they're playing in January and February, and you're just like, oh man, this is where this is going. And then they just get, and you watch them go through this, and they're like, well, our tournament's still happening. And then they're like, oh man, the Big Ten canceled, the Pac-12 canceled, this tournament canceled, that tournament canceled. And you're just like, God, I know how this is ending. And when they're literally on the bus, and the coach comes on and goes, sorry guys. And then they go in the locker room, and everyone's crying and stuff. And I started crying just because I was like, it's been a year, man. And I remember last week was the year week. I mean, I remember driving to Jimmy's on Wednesday, March 11th to do Jimmy's show. And you and I had a red eye that night to fly to Florida to do our tour. We were going to do shows on the 12th, 13th, and 14th in Florida. We were so pumped to go back there. And I remember driving to Jimmy's that afternoon, and I was like, if any of the sports leagues cancel today, it's over. And we did the live stream with Jimmy, and we were like, COVID was like, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. We got shows this weekend. Everything's still going, and because we specifically asked Jimmy, hey Jimmy, can we come on a couple weeks prior, to push our shows for Florida? And I drove home afterwards, and I was eating dinner, watching spring training. The Cubs were in spring training. And it was about 7 o'clock, 7:30 or something like that. And I wasn't going to leave for the airport till 10:30 or 11, whenever.
Yeah, we had a super late red eye. Because I remember I got out of the shower and you called me because I was just getting ready, and it felt like I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. And then you called me and you said that the NBA canceled their season. And then we checked in with the venues, and everybody was kind of like, I don't know what we should do. I don't know. And then, we kind of made the call to cancel, which technically we still could have done those shows. I don't think we went on lockdown until was it that Sunday or Monday? But there's a chance we could have gotten stranded. We could have gotten stranded in Florida.
We were talking, we started to see shit happen in Florida that weekend. After we canceled, we were kind of like, man, I'm glad. But I remember that whole week. So we canceled Wednesday, the 11th. The 13th, since we canceled our shows, we went to Jimmy's and did Jimmy's show on Friday the 13th.
That's right.
And stuff was starting to get canceled that whole week. And I remember Jimmy was in the show, and he was reading statistics about if 1% of the population gets it, there could be 1 million to 2 million deaths. And I remember him reading that, and we were just like dead quiet. There was like this long pause where we were just all in Jimmy's garage, live streaming, going, and I was like, and then Steph, we all said goodbye to each other, and then we all kind of looked at each other knowing, I don't know when we're going to do this again live. That was the last time I was on the Jimmy Dore Show live.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like in person. In person.
In person. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it hit me until I think like by the end of March. Cause even then I was like, it might be a weird couple weeks. We'll see. Yeah. And then by the end of March, it was like, this is something. I don't know when, maybe fall. And then fall came, and it's like, maybe, I guess we're just in this until it's over. I mean, it's, and now it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't take anything for granted now. I mean, I know the vaccine's getting around, and that's good, but I'm not counting. I mean, what's the phrase? Counting the eggs until they hatch. And I'm kind of, I wish we were a little slower about things, because I feel like we fumbled at the 2-yard line before. Yeah. And in some ways, I feel like we're about to do it again. So I hope I'm wrong. I hope there's nothing to that. It's just me being overly cautious. But I mean, I don't know.
You're right. And that, I remember we did Jimmy's show March 13th. The 15th was the debates, the final debate between Biden and Bernie. And that was our final time. That was the final time I had an in-person guest, because we were at All Things Comedy watching the debates. And then we went live afterwards, and Kim Iverson was supposed to be there in person, but she wasn't feeling that great. So she Skyped in. And so that was the last time we did the show in person. Aaron, the producer, it's the last time I saw him in person. The last time I was at All Things Comedy Studio was a year ago. And I remember we were talking about the debate and how Bernie dropped the ball and this and that. And then I remember Kim Iverson picks up her phone and goes, "Oh, Garcetti just announced full lockdown for Los Angeles beginning midnight tonight." And it was like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. I do remember that. I remember that text, and whew, wow. Yeah. It's like a really weird dream almost, like the whole thing, nuts. You know what I mean? It's just, sheesh. I mean, when you like take a step back and really go through it all, it's like, it's kind of overwhelming, but then at the same time, it's, well, we're a resilient society in many ways. I mean, we're still trying. I mean,
I know, and it's like, I remember that. And then just going, okay. And I went live like every day that week. And then you and I started doing the Zoom shows on Saturday nights. We did 7 of them in a row, or 7 weeks or 8 weeks in a row, or something like that.
Yeah, we thought, I mean, even then I thought, I was like, yeah, this will be, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do these for a while. This thing will probably be, then eventually it's like, yeah, this thing's not ending anytime soon, but we can't do these every Saturday.
I know. We did them for 7 weeks in a row, or
7 weeks.
It was 7 weeks in a row.
And that was before a lot of people were doing Zoom shows, by the way, just a small aside there. Most people weren't doing them yet. We were among the earlier, because people are like, some comics, how are you guys doing show? I'm like, we're doing shows on Zoom.
Yeah.
Like, you mean actually, like, yeah, we're doing shows on Zoom. They're like, how are you and Graham Elwood still doing shows? I'm like, we're doing them on Zoom. Yeah. Now everyone has a Zoom show, but
everyone has a Zoom show. We were charging tickets. People are like, you guys are charging money? What? We're like, yeah, we lost a bunch of road dates. We got to make money. Like, and I remember, we canceled the Florida run, and then after a week or two, then we canceled the next month's run. And then we canceled in April, we had canceled the Seattle Portland run. And then we had some shows in May we canceled, and we were like, we're going to reschedule them for the fall. Remember, we thought that we were
going to reschedule almost everything in the fall and just have a busy fall. And then I think it's, well, I want to say it was June when we were finally just like, we're just going to reschedule.
It was
next
the deal.
year.
It was D.L. Hughley. I remember because
D.L. Hughley, because we would have been there.
Yeah, because we had dates.
We would have gotten COVID. Like, there's no doubt we would have gotten COVID.
Yeah,
both of us, and we would have been stranded in Tennessee with COVID.
with COVID.
Because we were supposed to, for anyone who doesn't remember this, which I don't know why you would unless you're grammar myself, but we were supposed to be the matinee show at Zany's in Nashville, and they were still doing shows, and they invited us to still come. We decided, no, we don't think it's safe. We're not touring. We're canceling. We might reschedule for later in the year, but we're definitely canceling through June. And we'll see what happens in July, because we were wondering what was going to happen with the DNC conference.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to be in Milwaukee, and we were going to do a show in Chicago, because that was where the conference was going to be. And so we were waiting to see what happened there. And we got news that D.L. Hughley, who was in Nashville, that's the same time as us and was the night shows, collapsed on stage at the same club, at the exact same club. So we would have been sharing the same green room as him. He collapsed on stage from COVID. And yeah, that was around the time where we said, okay, it's over. This year is over. And thank goodness we decided not to do those shows.
Yep. We still had on the books, and it was May. So everything had been shut down March and April and May. And in May, some states were like, oh, we're opening back up. And the Zanies emailed us and said, the governor of Nashville is we can open up in June. And we were like, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. And when D.L. Hughley collapsed on stage, I remember they were having like a pasta and Fee and everyone, the convo couch at their house. They had a big outdoor barbecue, and it was kind of fun. It was like outdoor. Everyone was wearing masks and social distance, but it was like first time we'd all seen each other in months. Mm-hmm. And D.L. Hughley had just collapsed. Yeah. And you and I, it was at that outdoor thing where I was like, dude, that could have been us. Let's just scrap the rest of the year. We were like you said, the fumbling on the 2-yard line, we were talking and I was like, this country's just going to open and close too soon. And this state's going to do that. It's just going to be done. I go, it's going to be like this. It's going to be this open and close shit for a year. And we said that last June. We're like, this is going to be a year, this shit. And that's what happened. And so
we'll be back when we can be back. Hold tight. If we were going to come to your city, we will get there. But when that's going to be, hopefully sooner than later. But no one knows. Nobody knows. No one knows.
Well, that was what happened a year ago.
What a year.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah. I was just talking. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.